Hello, Queens. Welcome back to Women Unleashed, where our inner strength meets unapologetic confidence. It's been a pleasure walking this journey with you. We're in our month 10 and our week 38. If you're just joining us, please subscribe, follow us for more, and go back to watch all our videos. Engage with the worksheet. It will really change your life because it is a transformative journey, just like we say. This month we'll be focusing on living intentionally because an unleashed woman is not defined by what she says she believes. She is defined by what she does, on a daily basis. The way your relationships you make, the way you carry yourself, the choices that you make. We have learned, we have grown, we have cried, we have been transformed. We're in a different phase of our life, and now we're learning, all those skills that will make us, stand out, all those skills that will help us in this next phase of our life, so we can be grounded and we can maintain, the change that we have worked for, in the past 10 months. And today will be one of the topic we'll be talking about towards living intentionally is cultivating presence. And that's about how we show up, on a daily basis, is it the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we compose ourselves? We're not all there yet. We're all, learning in progress, but we need to keep working. We need to keep making correction. We need to keep training ourselves so that, we keep working in excellence. So I said, your presence, cultivating your presence. And our key message is provided. Said, before people hear your words, they experience your presence. Let that sink in, which is true. When you get, when you get walking for, for an interview, before you even open your mouth, to introduce yourself, to say good morning, or before you even answer the first questions, you've already been assessed from, head to toe. Think about it. How many times do we meet new people and in our mind you've already, calculated the person, 60-60 or 40/60, like that. So that is life. Before you talk, before you open your mouth, before you even do your pitch, before people see your write up, you have already been assessed. So it is important that we carry ourselves in the way that we want to be respected, in the way we want to ensure that what we have come to deliver actually people listen to it, the big people listen to it, and we get our wins. So before people hear you, your presence is they experience your presence. Long before you introduce yourself, share your idea, or tell your story, people have already formed an opinion about you. We do that to people. That's a natural thing. And people also do that to you. Unfortunately, sometimes it might be positive, it might be negative. So it depends on the energy you bring into the room. I say your posture, your facial expression, your body language, your energy, even your silence speaks volume. That's why our Nugget this week reminds us that our presence speaks before our voice. Hence, we need to carry ourselves with grace and integrity. Okay. Presence is not about being the loudest person in the room. It is not about demanding attention or performing for approval. True presence comes from within. It is a quiet confidence that flows from knowing who we are. We already know who we are. We know we are graceful women. We know we are unique. We know there's nobody that's like us. We know there's something on our inside that we have to present to the world that nobody can present exactly the same way. We know we have been, we have been transformed, through this journey. We know that women of great caliber, we know we are authentic, we know we are women of grace, and, we stand bold, we stand confident. So we don't wait for anybody's approval. But yet, for you to be approved for that job, for that bid, for the contract you're going for, there is a way that we compose ourselves. As women on this journey, we are no longer seeking validation, like I said, from others. We are learning to live from a place of authenticity. That means our confidence is not based on compliments, titles, followers, or achievement. It is rooted in our identity. So our confidence is rooted in our identity. And what this group has been doing for us is to realize who we are. Own our own story. Own who we are. Don't wait for other people's validation. Validate yourself. Don't compete with other people. Compete with yourself. And that's how you get better and better each day. And you are transformed from one level, of glory onto another. A woman with present doesn't have to prove her worth because she already knows it. This week, I want you to become intentional about how you show up in your office, how you show up for your interviews. Many of us are going to be doing interviews this week. That is life. Many of us, as students rounding up exams, in universities, many of us have deadlines. This is already a little bit half of the year. So many of us have, deadlines that we need to be rounding up, and then we have to give our pitch. Many of us have our vivas that we need to do. So I want us to begin to live intentionally. I want us to decide this week, that the way I'm going to come out, the way I'm going to present myself, you're not going to go all scruffy. Do you not notice sometimes people do come for interviews sometimes and you see them looking, my God, what jammed you? Or you see people come to the office, looking so unkept, hair not properly combed, clothes not properly ironed and neat, As a nurse, you come in like that, looking all scruffy. Your colleagues might not decide to say anything to you. But when a patient assesses you head to toe, that patient doesn't want you looking after her because already you can't look after yourself. So whatever you say cannot be trusted. Your care cannot be accepted by that patient. So this really goes a long way. So the way we talk, the way we dress, the way we carry ourselves. And the good thing is that there's so many free apps. Obviously, some of them you have to pay, few more pounds for it, that teaches us how to speak confidently, how to stand tall, how to give our pitches, how to stand tall, how to be more confident. There's so many free apps, and they're even whether you pay for it or it's free. Well, if you want to grow, if you want success, sometimes you need to spend money. So I will encourage us, find all these ones on YouTube. There's one that I just started, I registered, and I'm going through. But obviously, I need to finish up and be sure that it's genuine, it's authentic before, advertise and say, go for it. I don't want somebody going for it and realize that, it's not good. But there are so many, out there. And if you see any app or any article or any book that might be good, that helps, building confident communication skills or things like that, please drop it in the comment section so that others can be blessed by it. So this week you're going to become intentional about how we show up. Ask ourselves this question: when I enter a room, do I walk in with confidence or hesitation? Do I make eye contact when you go for an interview? That is so important. When you're giving your bid, that's so important. When you're communicating with people, eye contact, body language, they always speak volume before you even talk. Do I listen with intention or already have my mind prepared, and just talking without stopping? Do I speak with clarity and kindness? Am I fully present or am I distracted by self-doubt? Sometimes it's the smallest adjustment, like I said, that creates the greatest impact. All we need to do, we're already walking the walk and talking the talk. All we need is just a tiny bit of tweak. So sometimes you want to go for an interview, you want to go for a presentation, you look at yourself in the mirror, prep those interview questions, prep yourself, sack yourself or do it in front of another person, and you see another sister or another brother tells you where you need to brush up on. And you get into the interview room, you get into the room, you go and make your pitch. And then I look at you and say, oh my God, we've never seen you. But that's because it's preparation. So the same way, before, we're able to walk fully, confidently. It's practice. It doesn't happen all of a sudden. We keep practicing, on a daily basis. We keep showing up for ourselves. Remember a few weeks ago, I said, we need to keep showing up for ourselves so that years to come or few months down the line, when we look back, you will be proud of the woman that we have become. So this week, we're going to also write. We have already talked about questions that we need to ask, and those are the ways that you need to see the way we are, showing off ourselves and walking in confidence. So our practical challenge this week is to create a presence awareness plan. All this is going to be in our worksheet, and at the bottom, of the YouTube channel or the Facebook page, but it'll be in that worksheet. Take time to reflect. How do I currently show up emotionally and physically? What habit weakens my presence? Is it nervousness? Am I shrinking back? Am I over explaining or seeking approval? I also have problem with that. Sometimes I feel that I'm just going over and over and over the same, the same thing. But those are the things we also need to be, working on. And we are, like I said, we're all work in progress. And then lastly, remember our identity shift, which we've started with. We said your presence is not something you turn on; it is something you embody. Because this time we have, we have transformed and we have become her. So in this our journey of becoming her since our ninth month, where we have, where we are becoming and we are being transformed. These are the things that we need to be putting in place. Next week, we'll be talking about relationships, the people that need to stay or the people that need to go out. But for today, let's work on that, on the way we show up, our presence, the way we carry ourselves. And all these things build our confidence. And together, the sky will always be our starting point. Yeah, someone told me, sister, you said the sky is the starting point. When are we starting? That's because the sky is wide enough. It's wide enough for everyone to fly. It's wide enough for everyone to fly. So every time, you meet a crossroad, you can always start afresh. You can always start afresh. And if you're already on the road, you keep pushing forward. Okay, so until I see you next week, keep on unleashing your divitude. Do not shrink. Do not give up on yourself. Keep showing up for yourself. Love you.